Hi, everybody, and welcome. It's Pat Moody here once again for a new edition of Moody on the Move, scanning the region for businesses and places of interest where we take you behind the scenes to learn more about them. Today, we hit the road for the Aesthetics Lounge and Spa of St. Joseph in the Edgewater neighborhood of the city. Moody on the Move is made possible by Midwest Family and Little Red Fern Productions, focused on video storytelling to drive engagement towards building brands. You can watch again anytime online at moodyonthemove.com. Today, we take you to a striking oasis just yards from the shores of Lake Michigan, where a team of remarkable professionals spends every day helping to rejuvenate clients looking to regain a fresh new spirit as aging kind of tends to wear down the edges on us. As we go through life, there are times where what's happening on the outside of our bodies doesn't necessarily match at all what's going on inside. Especially here, right? And the Aesthetics Lounge and Spa of St. Joe has a core philosophy that aging is a privilege. Melissa Cantor is a board-certified physician assistant anchoring the team here in St. Joe. And Melissa, too often here in American culture, aging tends to be vilified, while other cultures hold their elders in very high regard. Nevertheless, we all hold the power to do what's right for ourselves, and your team helps to rekindle and rejuvenate clientele to make a match with that inner self and what the inner self knows, that there's a lot of gas left in the tank most of the time, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We do definitely feel like aging is a privilege. So many people aren't able to get older and have gray hairs on our head or perhaps lines on our face or things that change us to make us look older. But also those things can sort of, we look in the mirror and feel like the reflection makes us look tired. And there's things that we can do that improve those things without looking artificial, without looking and sort of lessening that feeling that it's vain or it's superficial, to approach some of those things that sometimes make us feel, for some people, make them feel a little sad or a little depressed about the aging process, rather than embracing and enjoying the wisdom and the good things that come with getting older.
Exactly. Well, your team brings a broad array of experience to the table, I know that, and have an exciting range of options, and clearly can match what is typically found only in much larger cities. So tell us a little bit about what the Aesthetics Lounge and Spa brings to the table right here at home for those who might be interested.
I think we're really, really fortunate here to not only have a group of very experienced professionals right here in St. Joe. Myself, I have a 26-year career as a physician assistant. The bulk of my career was spent doing clinical medicine in the emergency department and primary care areas. A lot of procedures involved there that sort of set me up in a nice way to be able to shift into a more full-time procedure career like aesthetics. I've been doing aesthetics now 10 years and fully enjoy the injectable portion of dermal fillers and corrective facial work, along with a lot of these new up-and-coming technologies that actually help our bodies produce more collagen and different things that we tend to lose in time with aging, and we are now able to use these biostimulators to build back the structure of the face. So it's an exciting time to be a part of this industry, not only for myself, but having the luxury of being a part of 17 locations with over 20 additional injectors that all have extreme amounts of experience themselves, that we can all learn from one another, bounce cases off, train one another in areas that we've learned. So it's a really exciting time to be a part of this. And I'm privileged to work with Megan. Like to hear Megan talk about, she has extensive experience, even longer than I do in this industry.
Yep, I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. I definitely go into more of the laser part of it. I really like to help people with whatever it is, whether it's vascular, acne, scars, deep wrinkles, anything on the surface is kind of what more I do, where she's working more internal with the injectables and things. So we kind of go hand in hand with each other with anything that we're going to do. So.
And as you pointed out, it's not, while aging is a privilege, we're not talking about dealing only with elder people or those who are aging. Well, of course, we're all aging from the day we're born, but you tend to work with younger people as well who just want to get that extra boost.
Yes, so even adolescents, I mean, kids with acne, anything like that, I like to help with that. Just depends, all age, any color, it doesn't matter. Everybody has something that bugs them, and we like to kind of address that and help them along the way with their journey and see if we can help not change, but just maybe make it a little bit better.
I think too. I think a lot of people think that there are things, maybe a scar or something that they've been living with for many, many years that they look at every day. It bothers them. It reminds them of maybe even something that really awful that happened. It could be an assault. It could be a dog bite. There's a lot of different reasons, or a surgery they had to have. And they think they have to live with it forever. And actually there are a lot of options that we can provide here that may not completely remove that, but drastically improve it. Something they thought they really just had to suffer with or live with, and improve really even how they feel about things in general when they look in the mirror.
I was going to say, and a lot of times it's the mental part that is helped dramatically by even the smallest change, aesthetically. So, well, it's certainly not news that the cost of life in general is increasing all around us, but we don't want anybody to have to suffer the slings and arrows of dealing with things like that, recognizing the fact that you have many ways to make your services accessible to people, as many people as possible. So talk a little bit about that option that you have for folks.
Again, being a part of a larger conglomerate, since we are one of 17 locations, we have the value of being very large buyers in the industry, so we get better value because we're able to purchase in large amounts for all 17 locations, and we pass along those savings to our clients. So we start generally at a lower price point because we're able to have that larger buying power. We also have now included financing options here in the office that allow people to look at the cost of something and break it up over the cost of time to make even larger services, make major laser services or maybe a couple of injectables, and break it up over the course of time so it's more reasonable on a month-to-month basis.
Excellent. What's truly rewarding is that your crew here is really psyched about the possibilities and welcome anybody to stop by and ask the questions that they may have been dying to know the answers to with no obligation. So you're inviting people, walk through the door. This is one of those times when asking costs nothing and can truly be very rewarding when you find out the answers.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are surprised to find out, A, sometimes it's not as expensive as they thought, and B, we never charge for a consultation. It's complimentary. They're going to meet with both Megan and myself so that we can look at the patient together collectively and make decisions that make the most sense for that patient, try to create something that's affordable for them, and work together and bounce ideas off one another to give them the best options, both, to have the best efficacious treatment and something that they can actually afford.
So make your way to 431 Upton Drive in the Edgewater neighborhood of St. Joe and see for yourself the endless possibilities to bring your body and mind into sync with one another through the amazing services of the Aesthetics Lounge and Spa of St. Joseph, Southwest Michigan's premier med spa. Because aging is indeed a privilege, and through the hard knocks of life, you've earned it. Remember, you can watch this or any other episode of Moody on the Move anytime you want at moodyonthemove.com. It's all made possible by our friends at Midwest Family and Little Red Fern Productions, focused on video storytelling to drive engagement toward building brands. And we'll see you the next time we take Moody on the Move.